Mpaji Derrick, and I am a Ugandan citizen who runs an organization called Might Foundation, an organization that raises awareness about lupus. And the reason why I do this is because I am a lupus patient. We call ourselves warriors. I am concerned about climate change because it affects all of us in various ways. The first I can talk about is the increasing floods, right? That really stands out because it's raining so much, and at the same time we have all these plastics that are being misplaced by people, and all those plastics do cause environmental changes and pollution to the water. They block the different swamps and trenches that we have. That leads to floods. So all these changes that climate causes on us, especially patients with lupus like me, whenever it rains, the first thing I have to do is run for shelter, right? Because my sunscreen is simply running off my body, right? Maybe the one thing I forgot to talk about is what lupus is, because it's a chronic disease that causes the immunity to accidentally attack healthy cells within the patient's body. So to avoid that effect, the first thing we have to do is to go to a doctor. But after going to a doctor, medication is not enough. You also need to wear sunscreen every single day. So if there is climate change and it so happens that it's raining more often than it's supposed to actually rain, then if it rains on me, this sunscreen simply runs off my body. So because of that, the UV rays from the sun make me sick or make me worse, what we call a lupus flare. That flare has symptoms like malaria. So in other words, it's like I'm suffering with malaria when other people shouldn't be suffering with anything, because my sunscreen has simply run off my skin. There are other challenges that we face, for example, the humidity. If the air around me is so damp, like there's a lot of water in it, my eyes hurt. Again, goes back to my lungs. So there's always that connection between changes with the environment and how it affects my way of breathing, causes abdominal pain. So all of these affect me before I go to work, while I'm at work. So it shows you how much work I'm able to do when I'm in my working environment, which actually puts me at a disadvantage in comparison to my friends who are normal. So these are all consequences or effects of climate change on me and other patients with lupus. Many people do know about climate change, so it's important to tell them about climate change, how they can avoid the impacts of climate change. For example, deforestation, it's a very big issue, and making sure they don't destroy swamps, because if you destroy swamps, all this carbon is released and goes into the atmosphere, which makes climate change even worse. You know, it leads to global warming, as they say. So those are the measures we are taking within our community and through our organization to ensure that we also do our part as youths when it comes to addressing the effects of climate change.